What did we get?
Wait a minute.
Only the trash anime gods know.
Wait, am I the
And
trash
Cassie.
anime god?
You are the trash
Yes.
anime god.
Oh
Yes.
my god!
The lore continues. No, that was
Yes,
perfect.
she is also trapped on one of the islands.
きっと約束だよいつかまた同じ笑顔で
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 118 of the Annie Chat Box, where five friends snuggle up in a teeny tiny space to talk about all things anime. Today, I am your host, Dominic, and I am joined with... I am joined today on this lovely evening by four other hosts, three of which are in the same exact house as I am. But I'll announce them later. We've got Jon, who is not here, all the way over in the UK, doing
Hello.
his Jon thing.
Indeed.
I wonder what a John-like thing is.
It has tea.
Yes.
What?
There's tea involved.
Oh, sorry,
There's
I thought
There
tea.
for some
certainly
reason
is tea involved.
Oh no.
Tea and
thought you
small
said teeth.
plamo girls. Why are you mishearing everything today? She's like right next to you.
Tea and
Anyways.
small what, girls?
And small plamo girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the next room from me, we have Craig.
What's up, Internet? How's it going?
You sound incredibly excited to be here today.
I am. It is incredibly hot out.
You're the one who didn't want to turn on your AC, so you have no one to blame but yourself.
I did, though.
You did?
Yeah.
You gave in?
Yeah.
Fucking coward.
Wow.
Anyways, next in the living room we have Cassie.
I am significantly more sober this week than I was last week, and after
Oh.
this recording, I plan to fix that.
Yeah, me too. And right next to her, for in a rarity, we have Cammy in the actual house.
I
Yay!
am here. I have a Cassie next to me. You do. You do. Oh my god, yes.
What was that planned?
No.
Okay, follow up, Cammy. What was the last episode you were on in real life?
Oh, in real life, it was our third ever episode when we recorded for Christmas. Maybe it was the fourth. Actually, I think it was the fourth one. It was when we did Bigata HK. And you, Cassie, and I were just... It looked like we were sitting around a bonfire, but it was just one microphone.
Oh, the good old days.
Damn, it's been 114 episodes since.
Yeah. I mean, I've been here. I was here for KomoriCon. We all were, but we decided to take that time off.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, and today we will be doing our seasonal picks, where everyone gets to find out what anime they are going to be talking about this season. And since I have been deemed unworthy of actually doing the
Description.
intro story canon that we have for this for some reason, I have to hand it to Cammy because she's good at this and I'm not.
Hey,
Oh my God.
hey, no. I'm gonna throw a root beer bottle all the way down the hall. It will transfer through the door and hit you on the head for bringing yourself down. That's how
I'm sorry, I didn't bring myself down. Cassie brought me down.
I gave you an option!
She
Jesus
did not even
Christ.
let me try. I was like, oh, I guess it'll come out in my own little way. And she was like, never mind, just let
I mean, fine,
Cammy do
just
it.
go. Go try and do it. Just do it now. Go.
No,
Yes.
no, it's
Go.
fine.
No,
I've
we're
been-
gonna
I've
do...
been- I've been torn down.
I
I
have
feel
a plan.
defeated.
I have a plan. We're gonna do story pass off. It's gonna be like a round.
Ooh.
But we'll each trade off a sentence. I'm gonna start you off, Dominic. So
Oh no.
Okay.
a long time ago, in a land far, far away, there were 5 hosts on 5 islands. Follow me up.
And for some god-awful reason, they really wanted to watch seasonal anime despite being stranded on a fucking island.
That's good. That's really fucking good.
But thankfully, the anime trash gods smiled upon them. Though they were all separate, they said, hey, there are select shows that we want you to watch, and perhaps give us your opinions on. But how on earth did they decide to get this information to the 5 hosts on the 5 separate islands? How, Dominic?
Instead of sending anything of actual worth, the trash anime gods sent each host a bottle with pics of which anime they'd watch. How they'd watch these anime when they're stranded, I have no fucking idea. This doesn't make any sense. Our lore doesn't make any sense. And anyways, so but the bottles are all mixed up and wrong for some reason because the trash anime gods are trash.
I have forsaken the trash anime god.
Oh my god.
So now we have to read everybody else's anime instead of ours. So we don't know what we got. What did we get?
Wait a minute.
Only the trash anime gods know.
Wait, am I the
And
trash
Cassie.
anime god?
You are the trash
Yes.
anime god.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god!
The lore continues. No, that was
Yes, she
perfect.
is also trapped on one of the islands.
I am somehow.
I've proved my significant other wrong.
You did a great job. I never doubted you.
I kind of
You
like.
did.
I like the back and forth narrative.
I did too. That was very fun.
Yeah.
We had spontaneous musicals.
Cammy's all
Spontaneous.
the good. I got all the good ideas. What can I say?
It's true.
It's because I'm surrounded with 3 other amazing people. Still can't believe I'm here. Ah! Watch your hand. That's the power button.
But yeah, so we're gonna be reading off our season picks. If you've watched us before or watched, maybe if you're on YouTube and you're staring very intently at the screen, but if you've listened to us before, you know how this goes most likely. We all have another person's anime. We're all gonna read them, but it's going to be a little different this time just because John is on the other side of the fucking world and probably could use like actual sleep instead of sitting around while we pick anime. So what's going to happen is John and whoever got John's bottle are going to switch reading off until they're done, meaning John can leave whenever he wants after that. And then we'll go back to our normal style where the rest of the hosts will take turns, essentially.
Sounds good.
So, first up, we have me, because I got John's.
How
Haha!
convenient.
I know, right?
Nice.
It's like we planned this or something.
But we didn't. I had no
We
fucking clue this would happen.
Yeah, so my secret recipient is John. And John's number 3 pick for the summer 2019 season. Or summer, yeah. Did I say that right? I can't even tell
Yes,
if I said
summer
that right.
2019.
Summer 2019 season. That's there's 2 S words in front of 2019, so it confused me.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah. I'm a mess today.
Words are
I
hard.
think it's just because work was like a mess for me, so now I'm just a mess. Anyways,
It's okay. We're all nice.
John's number 3 pick for the summer 2019 season is Machikado Mazoku. I don't know what the show is. I don't remember it, but
I
Yeah,
can't
same.
remember either. It's been a while.
yeah. See, nobody. Oh wait, I think I'm remembering this just from looking at the synopsis.
I mean,
What is-
that would help. Why don't you fill us in?
The synopsis is this from my anime list?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all from
Okay.
my anime list.
Okay, just making sure. I don't know. Maybe you switched it up. I don't know.
No, I never will. I'm that predictable.
Okay. Well, maybe
Damn.
she'll do it someday.
Damn.
Awakening her dormant abilities as a devil one day, Yuko Yoshida, aka Shadow Mistress Yuko, is entrusted with the mission to defeat the Light Clan's Shrine Maiden, a magical girl by her ancestor Lilith. Yuko meets magical girl Momo Chiyoda through her classmate Anri Sada and challenges her to a duel, but loses quickly due to lack of strength. Since then, Yuko has struggled with her role as a devil in her duel with Momo, and borrowed help from her regularly. However, by a strange coincidence, Yuko also weakens Momo by taking away her power to cooperate in protecting the peace of Tama City. So yeah, John, why'd you pick this? Are you excited? Are you looking forward to it? Do you remember what it is now?
I vaguely remember what it is now.
Didn't you turn in your offerings to the trash anime god well in advance before the rest of us did?
Yeah, I was one of the first to get my list in.
Not
months
one
in
of
advance.
The first.
Damn, John was really excited.
Or very efficient.
Efficient is the word I'd use, not so much excited.
Damn.
There was... I looked at the seasonal anime and I was just like, I don't know what any of these are, and except for a couple, which I think there was 2 that I knew about in advance, and the rest I was just like, I don't know. So it sounded interesting. Sort of magical girl, but from the other point of view, from a villain's point of view, basically. Only ends up somehow being the good person, I guess. So
I'm actually curious, because I think I put this somewhere low on my list, and by the time that I looked at it on my anime list, there was no synopsis, it was just a poster. No, there was a synopsis, there was no PV. So, John, you're
That
probably...
might be why you put it on your list. Because me and Cassie watched the PV, and I was kind of intrigued from the synopsis. Mm-hmm. And then I watched the PV, and I was like, never mind.
The PV must not have been out when I watched it either.
I don't think so.
I don't
Maybe
remember seeing the
it'll be a
PV to
sleeper
it.
hit. You guys are all just mean.
Yeah, I'm always mean.
I don't even remember its existence.
Oh, there you go.
So, John, who did you get?
Yeah.
So my secret recipient is Cassie.
The trash anime god! I have no idea which way this is going to go.
Yeah, it's not like you made these or anything.
There is no God.
God has forsaken us. Anyway, never mind. Cassie's number 3 pick of the summer 2019 season is Katsute Kami Data Kemono Tachi e. Butcher that so badly. So the synopsis goes: during a protracted civil war that pitted the North against the South, the outnumbered Northerners used dark magical arts to create monstrous super soldiers.
Wait, is that it?
Incamates. I was just trying to reading this word. I was like, "What? How do I pronounce it?"
Fancy fantasy word. Include here.
Yeah. Incamates. There you go. Now that the war has ended, those sacred beasts must learn how to make their way in peaceful society or face death at the hands of a beast hunter. Nancy Shaw Bancroft, the daughter of an incarnate soldier who met an untimely end at the hands of one such beast hunter, turns to hunting the hunter herself. But once she catches up with her quarry, she discovers hard truths about the lives of the incarnates.
I would love to hear somebody say turn to hunting the hunter herself 5 times.
Tongue twister.
I feel so sorry for giving you that synopsis. It's so much...
Yeah, it doesn't help that I've laid out my screen kind of weird, so I'm leaning to one side and looking to the other corner. I should have thought this through better.
That's okay. You have time to adjust if need be. But out of all of the things that I totally don't know I got, this is the this is the one I am least intrigued about, but it could be fun. I do have friends who have started watching this, and they basically say it's very similar to Fairy Gone, but a little bit more generic. And I was like, well, that's unfortunate, but I never watched Fairy Gone, so maybe it'll be new to me. So there's always that plus. I also, too, have a very soft spot for fantasy-esque stories, so it may or may not appeal to me. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
This one has a cool English title. I think it's something like To the Place of the Abandoned Sacred Beasts or something
To
like
the
that.
Abandoned Sacred Beasts, yeah.
To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts.
Yep.
I mean, it sounds
very cool.
fancy.
Yeah.
I hear that it's got a lot of action and a lot of tits. And a lot of action.
I mean, I
A lot
like
of tits.
action and I like tits, so
There you go.
we'll see how it goes. It depends on how they handle the tits, really. And the action, I guess. We all know what's more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
So back around.
All right, and then we've got John's number 2 pick for the summer 2019 season. Karakai Jouzu no Takagi-san 2.
Ooh.
This is the second season
All
of
right.
Takagi-san. And so, since this is my anime list, we have the season 1 synopsis. Having a friend that knows you inside and out should be a good thing, but in Nishikata's case, the opposite is true. His classmate, Takagi, loves to tease him on a daily basis, and she uses her extensive knowledge of his behavior to predict exactly how he will react to her teasing, making it nearly impossible for Nishikata to ever make a successful comeback. Despite this, Nishikata vows to someday give Takagi a taste of her own medicine by making her blush out of embarrassment from his teasing. Alright, John. Are you excited?
I'm mostly hoping that they include one particular scene that I remember fondly from the manga this season, in all honesty. But yeah, I enjoyed season 1. Hoping to enjoy season 2 just as much. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have put this as high on my list as I did, because we have watched season 1, and if you enjoyed season 1, you probably will enjoy season 2, but we'll give it a watch anyway, so.
Who knows? Maybe it'll do something new or interesting, or it'll be like My Hero Academia, where we review the second season just because we liked it that much anyway, and then we, put the third to the side because we're like, okay, Cassie, it's time for you to jump off the My Hero train. You have a problem. I need you to sit down and stop passing this anime for review. We already know.
She says, well, she made the conscious decision to stop it herself. She's more responsible than she lets on, folks. I'm just saying.
The point I'm making is I put all the way up to season 3 of My Hero Academia high on my list before I stopped. So you're doing good, John. You're doing great.
Yeah. But yeah,
You're doing good,
I'm
buddy.
still excited to see this one hit, regardless.
I am too. I thought season 1 was really fucking cute.
Yep.
Alright, Cassie. Yeah, sorry. Cassie, go!
You mean John say
For
Cassie's
Cassie.
things?
Yeah, that's
Wait.
it.
Oh, wait. Yeah, John, do Cassie's things. This is the worst day for me to host.
This is
I'm all over the place.
this is a fucking great episode. As Paul would
It's
say.
okay.
Okay, actually, before you start, can I just say, do not do my things.
As Paul would say.
I mean, no one. I don't think anybody had any sort of thoughts regarding that phrase
Leave
except for you.
all of my belongings alone.
As Paul would,
take the wheel.
as Paul would say, keep it in.
Jesus, take the fucking wheel!
Right, okay. Not to sound Jesus, but anyway. Cassie's number 2 pick for summer 2019 season is Enen no Sobotai. Enen no Sobotai. There we go.
Also known as Fire Force.
Oh, thank you.
This is Fire Force. Alright.
Yeah, I was like, what is
the
that?
fuck is an Enen no Sobotai?
The synopsis goes: Year 198 of the solar era in Tokyo. Special fire brigades are fighting against a phenomenon called spontaneous human combustion, where human beings are turned into living infernos called infernals. While the infernals are first generation cases of spontaneous. I am flubbing my words so bad today. Spontaneous human combustion, later generations possess the ability to manipulate flames while retaining human form. Shinra Kusakabe, a youth who gained the nickname Devil's Footprints for his ability to ignite his feet at will, joins the Special Fire Force Company 8, which composes of other flame users as they work to extinguish any infernals they encounter. As a faction that is creating infernals appears, Shinra begins to uncover the truth behind a mysterious fire that caused the death of his family 12 years ago.
I'm so hyped for this fucking show.
I completely glossed over this when I was creating my list, and this sounds much more hype than I realized. So yeah,
made by the dude who made Soul Eater.
I mean, this has been one of the most talked about and hype shows of the season.
Yeah, and I was actually really confused because again, this ended up being my number 2, so it was not my number 1. I was expecting this to be somebody else's number 1, so I put it as my number 2. And we'll figure out if I got my number 1 later. But I was like, I'm not going to get it, but I'm going to put it high anyway because this is the one that I am most excited about after my number 1. And if I get it, it's going to be the roll of a dice because somebody else is going to put it higher. And you fools didn't put it higher, so I got it.
Let it be known that Cassie is shonen trash.
I am shonen trash.
Yeah, she kind of is.
Oh, delicious shonen trash. But anyway, moving on, John.
Anyways, John's number 1 pick for the summer 2019 season is Grand Belm.
Dun,
Bum,
dun,
bum,
dun,
bum, bum,
dun.
bum, bum, bum.
Ooh.
The synopsis is as follows. Actually, the synopsis kind of fucking sucks. In a world that long ago featured the existence of magic but has long since lost that ability. The story begins when the very normal high school student Mangetsu Kohinata meets Shingetsu Ernesta Fukami, who has migrated back to Japan from Germany, on a night with a full moon. That tells you absolutely nothing.
Why don't you give a short synopsis then, because you have seen the first episode?
Okay. My short synopsis is that this is the most John anime of all time.
I hear the robots are cute and they're 2D.
You made a very good decision. Based on your tastes.
There's magical girls who control small SD Gundam robots and they fight, and it's all 2D animated and the fight scenes look amazing. I'm not invested in the characters yet, but I thought the fight scenes were really great. But yeah, I was watching this, I was like, John is gonna eat this shit up like fucking Coke.
Like Coke.
Not candy.
He's not gonna snort it, he's just gonna lick it.
He's gonna
lick that. He's
for more
gonna lick that line.
He's gonna lick the TV screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like it was a line of Coke.
John, your thoughts?
I don't lick my TV screen. But,
Maybe
you will after
though.
this show.
You will after you watch this show.
It's like crack cocaine, drugs.
Yeah. The synopsis basically tells us nothing but oh, there is magic involved, or apparently there was, or something. Because otherwise, why else would they mention it in synopsis? There was magic, but there isn't. But yeah, I must have seen the PV to this one because, yeah, I just ended up really excited about this one for some reason, and yeah, as Dominic said, it sounds like a really me show, so yeah.
It's got a lot of the staff behind Recreators on it, too, by the way. Just a heads up.
Ooh,
Oh,
even
that
better.
explains some of the animation.
Yeah, not the same studio, but a lot of the chief staff, like director and writer and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I was about
Yeah.
to say, if they have some of the same people, art direction-wise, that might make sense, because there's some bombastical scenes in the first episode that were quite the treat to the eyes. Or in John's case, the tongue, I guess.
I don't
He'll be
plan
licking
on
it.
licking my screen.
Licking it all up.
You will!
John, please tell me what my number 1 anime of the season is.
Okay. Cassie, your number one pick for the season is Vinland Saga.
Yes.
Vinland Saga. Don't know why I said it that way.
Vikings!
The only reason I got this show is the luck of the fucking spreadsheet. That's all I had going for me.
I fought her for it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Can we pause for a second? So this is how it goes down. Most seasons, we try and respect each other's number ones, so we each at least get something for sure, guaranteed that we will either like or excited for the coming season. And normally it's me poking around, figuring out what everybody's number ones are and telling everybody else, like, don't put this at the top of your list. Not exactly the most, like, subtle thing ever, but it's what I tend to do. So I walk into Craig's room, asking him if he finished his list, and he's like, so what are you going to put as your number one, Cassie? I don't want to step on your toes. And I was like, I mean, I haven't watched all the other trailers, but probably Vinland Saga. Craig turns in his picks.
Yeah.
Not even a few minutes later. His number one is Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
And I was like, you son of a bitch.
I'm fucking proud of you, Craig.
I thought that John was bad because he simply didn't remember I was excited about Children of the Whales. Craig verified and then wrote it down anyway.
I'm so proud of you, Craig.
To be fair,
This is exactly what I wanted from this.
Also,
I wanted us to be at each other's throats.
Also, this isn't the first time. Me and John
Listen.
fought for Darling in the Franxx. John should have had that show, not me.
Also, I'm just saying, if Craig did not put Vinland Saga as his number one, he probably could have put something else in his number one spot and wouldn't have gotten as fucked as he did, because we all got fucked this season.
Well, that's the beauty of it. You try and fuck other people at the risk of absolutely fucking yourself.
Jeez,
it's a beautiful
the system!
cycle.
You guys can't see Cammy's face right now, but she is shaking her head.
Describe it.
She looks disgusted with each of you.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to take that hit.
Dom, you just gave me flashbacks of Human Centipede because you're like fucking everybody, but also fuck yourself at the same time. I'm just a little bit shaken right now.
Is any chat box the new Human Centipede?
It's not my fault.
Hell
You
no.
and Cassie over there have your heads in the gutter. Okay.
Okay,
Right?
we need to move on.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm excited for Vinland Saga. Would you like to read the synopsis?
I will do. The synopsis goes: for 1,000 years, the Vikings have made quite a name and reputation for themselves as the strongest females with a thirst for violence. Thorfinn, the son of one of the Vikings' greatest warriors, spends his boyhood in a battlefield enhancing his skills in his adventure to redeem his most desired revenge after his father was murdered. I said females, it's families, strongest families with the thirst for violence.
I mean, I like
Yeah, I was
strongest
like, really?
female warriors. I was supposed to be like, wait a minute, most of the PV had men?
I was really confused.
I
was
am
like,
being
damn, what PV did you watch?
I am
What
flubbing
PV did
this
my
so
anime
bad. list
watch?
Yo,
If it has a badass female Viking, though, it will be probably my favorite thing ever.
I hear this shows this property is the shit, and if you like Game of Thrones, you'll really be into it.
I'm very excited, because I loved Game of Thrones, and I have been wanting to read this manga for years, and I just haven't. And I know that another podcast, the AA podcast, Mandy, was very much selling this to me every time I listened to that fucking podcast. She'd be like, oh, Vinland Saga's coming. It's coming. And somehow, in my brain, I also started going, oh my god, it's coming. It's going to be here. I don't know anything about it, but I need this. So that's just the power of other people. Good job, Mandy. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. I'm really happy that I got it. I'm happy I got it and Fire Force. With that, I think I won the summer season.
I
Yep.
think
It's possible.
Yeah,
stacked.
I think you did.
It's possible, but yeah, I'm really excited for 2 of my 3 shows, and the third one might be a surprise. I'll have to check it out. John, how do you feel
Yay.
overall about your picks?
I'm at least excited about Grant Belm and Takagi-san.
Neat.
The
All
third
right,
one
do you
I
wanna
have no
take-
clue about.
Do you want to take your leave now, or do you want to stick around until you need to leave?
I'll stick around. I've got time.
Okay, cool. All right. Lead us, host. Who's going next?
All right, so next we have got Cammy. You get to read.
Yay! I am so excited. My secret recipient is the one and only Dominic. Mild.
Yay, I wonder what I got.
Mild
I'm so
clapping.
excited about anime.
Are you really, though? You sound
so
very
excited about anime.
I think-
You sound really defeated right now.
I think that the anime, the like anime trash god, needs to maybe smite you a little bit. 'Cause you sound a little lukewarm there.
I'm so excited about anime. Thank you, Anime Trash God. Yay.
You are welcome, my child.
You should definitely be excited for this number 3 pick that you have, which is Dumbbell nan kilo motteru. And the synopsis for it goes, Sakura Hibiki is your average high school girl with a voracious appetite. Noticing her clothes tightening in lieu of her slowly expanding waistline, she decides to look into enrolling in the nearby gym. There, she runs into a girl from her grade named Soryuen Akemi. Akemi, who has a muscle fetish, ooh, fun, tries to get Hibiki to enroll in the gym despite its high ratio of macho men. Thankfully, a beautiful trainer, Machio, appears and unknowingly convinces her to enroll and start her quest to a great body. Please tell me the studio behind this.
Dogakobo!
I'm so excited. It's the least Dogakobo show that Dogakobo has Dogakobo'd in a little while.
Dogakobo is a verb.
It is now.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a Dogakobo show until we watched it. I put it on my list because I was like, yeah, I like girls in workout clothes. That's nice. Oh, cool. I'll put that there.
Sweaty girls. Putting it on my list.
Yeah, so I saw that and was like, cool. And then we watched it, and it's actually not that bad. A lot better than I was expecting. Strangely informative.
Yeah.
I could do with a lot less gratuitous muscles everywhere. That part is not a fan of that.
It will continue.
Yeah, I doubt it would end.
Also, as a side note, Dominic got this anime out the graciousness of Craig's heart, because Craig should have gotten this anime, actually, if we were following the list. However, we cannibalized each other so much this season that by the time I was supposed to pick, and here's the thing, guys, we only do 3 anime per person now. Can you imagine if we still did 5? Anyway,
We'd
we
be
only get
scraping
3
the bottom
per
of the
person.
barrel.
We got to the bottom of Dominic's list, and there was nothing left except this anime, and I said, Craig, can Dominic please have this? And they said, sure. So thank you, Craig. I forgive you for Vinland Saga.
Do you really?
Yes, because you didn't get it.
I don't forgive.
Oh, shit!
I don't forgive you for my third choice.
We'll get to that.
Oh, I'm curious.
At some point.
I'm so curious.
But yeah, so it'll be fun, I guess.
I'm really curious to see what the lists ended up looking like after the absolute slaughter that happened amongst them.
I will send a picture.
Please do.
Who is next? Poster with the moster.
Yeah, so next we have Cassie! Yay!
Yay! So, my secret recipient is Craig. So, we get to talk about his third pick sooner than I actually anticipated.
Oh, yay!
Craig's number 3 pick for the summer 2019 season is BEM, or BEM. The synopsis is as follows. Bem, Bella, and Bello are ugly humanoid yokai who fight for justice, gun morphing! Justice.
I wish.
They live among humans and protect them from evil yokai. The 3 find themselves ostracized from both humans and other yokai, but the 3 continue to fight in hopes of one day becoming humans themselves. Okay, I don't think this is going to be as bad as you're making it out to be.
I shouldn't say it's bad so much so as I'm like, I remember watching the PV, and this was fourth from the bottom of my list, because it didn't seem like it didn't really catch my attention. But that being said, I can't judge a book based on a synopsis alone. I need to actually watch a few episodes in order to gauge it. It doesn't drop until Sunday, though, so there's that.
I think the PV was pretty poorly put together, but I think if that hadn't been the case, it might have turned a few more heads.
Yeah.
It just had a really shoddily, like, put together, like, PV with some really gross effects that didn't really display, like, the character designs and stuff very well.
Yeah.
At least that's what I remember.
The synopsis sounds interesting, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
who's
yeah, Craig,
next?
give it a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Craig is next.
Okay, kids, I have my secret recipient here is Cammy!
Yay!
Cammy, your number 3 pick for the summer anime 2019 season is Try Nights!
Oh, that's the rugby one, isn't it?
I believe
think so.
Yeah. Tell me more.
The
Like,
synopsis...
did he have a car?
Possibly.
Shoot it up.
There may be cars in this. The synopsis goes as such. Riku Haruma enters high school without a future in sight. He sees people playing like monsters on the ground, jumping higher than anyone else. Let's see, running fast, deciding to try their best. There, he sees Akira Kariya playing rugby, a sport he was once passionate about, but gave up on due to his physique. While Akira is running roughly, Riku gives him a piece of advice. Without thinking, from that, Riku feels his dying passion for the sport set ablaze, and his future starts to brighten up. It's the latest and greatest in Fujo sports anime, kids.
Want to know something else that's fun? Did
Yeah.
not have a PV out when I made my list.
Oh.
That was a full-on judgment of, oh, hey, sports anime could potentially do it. They're
Yeah.
2 boys.
Yeah.
And they weren't, like, scary looking or, like, weird looking. There was a rugby anime, I think, that came out, like, 3 or 4 years ago. And I heard it was pretty bad.
Wasn't it like All Out or something like that?
All Out, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And those boys looked like more on the Bara side. These boys look like on the Bishonen side, so it's probably not going to be sport accurate. But
Yeah.
I can give it a try. I can jive with that. I've done it before. Plenty of times.
Right on.
And so the cycle continues.
Yeah, next up is Cammy. Yay!
All right. Dom, your number 2 pick for the summer 2019 season is Copcraft. 15
Ooh.
years ago, an unknown hyperspace gate opened over the Pacific. Beyond this gate lies Reto Semani, a strange alternate world where fairies and monsters live. San Teresa City, a city where 2 million immigrants live for both worlds. As a result, there are there are the haves and the have-nots. Here is the world's newest city of dreams. But in the shadow of the chaos, crime is rampant. Drugs, prostitution, and weapon trafficking. Sorry. The detectives who stand up to these heinous crimes are in the San Teresa City Police. When the detective Kei Matoba and the alternate world knight Tirana, 2 individuals who differ in gender, personality, and even world of origin meet, an incident erupts. 2 worlds, 2 justices. From this curtain rises on a buddy police action story. Now I'm gonna cough, pardon me.
Dun dun! You guys ever see Law and Order and they have that really loud noise? Dun dun!
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Insert that here.
No.
So I hear you're excited
Huh?
for this one.
Yeah, a bit. It sounds really stupid. That's like my main method of picking things out. I'm like, oh man, that sounds stupid. Put it at the top of my list. Yeah, this I think I was slightly aware of this even before I watched the PV and we like went over our lists and everything. And I was like, oh, it's like a buddy cop featuring like an actual cop and a fucking anime like night girl or something. That sounds like something I might enjoy. So I put it relatively high on my list because I knew I wasn't going to get anything else that people were going to.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the first episode. I think it's out.
I think this was also pretty high on my list too.
It was. You got robbed.
Yeah.
So I think it's my turn to read Craig's number 2.
Dun,
It is.
dun,
Yeah, sorry, I
dun.
was spacing out.
Craig's number 2 pick for the summer 2019 season is Araburu Kisetsu no Otome Domoyo, also known as what should have actually been Cassie's number 1 for the season, but wasn't.
Yeah.
I really probably should have, because
Yeah.
this is the Mario Kata anime, and it sounds precisely written for me. Kind of like
Yeah.
Brennan Belm was written
For John.
for John, but I just really wanted Vikings. Anyway.
It's, like, that is the weirdest thing to me. Like, even, it's just,
What?
I'm so confused.
So, the girls in a high school literature club do a little icebreaker to get to know each other, answering the question, what's one thing you want to do before you die? One of the girls blurts out, sex. Little do they know, the whirlwind unleashed by that word pushes each of these girls with different backgrounds and personalities onto their own clumsy, funny, painful, and emotional path towards adulthood. So, this sounds like a serious anime that takes sex seriously, but also in a slight like, lighter mood.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that sounds pretty great. I think you got a good pick here, Craig.
Yeah, I'm jealous. It's a good shit.
I saw the PB and it looked interesting. Mario Okada, for me, her mileage can vary. However, through like any Twitter, and I follow a bunch of people in the industry, they were like, yo, you should keep your eyes peeled for this one. Also, shout out to Zach for saying, yo, this actually was, the first episode was pretty legit. It is a good thing that I recommended. You should put this somewhere on your list, Craig. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It does look pretty good. Thank you, Zach.
I was not expecting it to be as high on your list as it was.
Yeah.
But I think that it'll be... Actually, I think it's more interesting that you got this. Because it'll be interesting to see from not only a male perspective, but also from somebody who doesn't watch a whole lot of this genre like what you think. So,
Yeah.
I think that this is good. This is good.
Yeah. That's why I'm
Good.
excited you got Vikings, too. So it's
Yeah!
like things all flipped. It's going to be awesome.
Next. Thank
Next
you.
is,
Next.
who's next?
Who's next?
Next is, Craig.
Cool. I'm losing track of already. Don't feel
It's
bad,
okay.
Dom.
It's Cammy, Cassie, you.
It's the 3 C's.
It's the 3 C's
Aw.
with the D's.
The OG 3 C's with the
Wait,
D's.
what?
That's what we used to say at the beginning of our episodes.
Oh.
It didn't last for
That
very long
sounds-
because
that
Craig didn't
sounds
like
awful.
it.
I will, yeah.
It's
I
very,
don't blame Craig.
it's very disturbing, and also John joined like after episode 4, so we're good.
So
John-
then it was... Oh, never mind. No, never mind.
Don't go there. It's okay. Craig, go.
Please.
Now I'm kind of curious.
Yeah,
Just
no, I'm
go.
curious.
No, it was dumb because one of John's nicknames starts with a D, so it's gonna be like it's 3 C's and a D, but it doesn't work because people know him as John. We're over this. Craig, tell me what I got.
I mean, I'm a D.
That's her! Oh, yay.
You're the D we've all been waiting for.
That sounds incredibly problematic.
Oh no!
Craig, go! Craig!
Cammy's
Craig.
number 2 anime for the summer anime 2019 season is Given, which I think dropped today.
Ooh, hell yeah!
Zach was so excited that you got this. I leaked it to him, and he was like, God, I'm so happy someone got it.
I don't know where this is streaming, by the by, so just a heads up. I think it's... No, it's Crunchyroll and Burp, so it's, you're good. Synopsis goes as such. Quote, it's stuck deep inside, and I can't get it out of my head. Mafuyu's voice is an insane and dangerous weapon, quote, unquote. That day, Ritsuka Uenoyama, watches that, I butchered that, started to feel that way playing the guitar and playing basketball, both of which he liked very much. They were becoming boring. He then encounters Mafuyu Sato, who's holding onto a broken guitar, and decides to fix it. That moment, Uenoyama finishes fixing the guitar. Mafuyu becomes completely attached to him. However, after hearing Mafuyu sing, it leaves a deep impression upon him.
Okay, so I'm very excited about this for two genre reasons. This is known to not be like over the top overkill, but it does have some BL tones to it, which I am very excited for. Yeah. And then it's also a music and band anime. And I am really into both of those genres. I also reflected that two of the worst shows that I've ever given impressions to, one was a music anime called Anonymous Noise, and the other was a BL anime called like The Most Huggable Man or whatever. So somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm a little bit fearful, but also like, to be real, I've heard great things about this manga, and there are a lot of people on Twitter who I follow whose opinions I really respect, and they are like super hyped for this. And the music sounds great, and the PV, the art looks alright. I'm actually really, really excited to check this one out.
And this also means you get to finally watch Carol and Tuesday soon.
Oh my god.
And then you get to watch this.
Oh, yeah. Carol and Tuesday in August.
It'll be interesting to actually hear how you compare both, maybe off on the side. I'm so intrigued.
Wow, and I didn't even realize. Yeah, we got a lot of good music anime on the horizon. Big excitement.
Such wow. Much wow.
And on that note, am I now revealing
you
Dominic?
You are next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes! All right, Dominic. Your number one pick for summer 2019 is Kanata no Astra, or Astra, Lost in Space. The year...
Ooh, this one.
Yay! The year is 2061, when space travel is now possible and commercially viable, and the students of Caird High School embark on their planet camp. But soon after Group B5 arrived at their planetary campsite, a mysterious and unforeseen sentient light sphere warps its 9 members into outer space, stranding them with 5,012 light years away from their home planet. With the discovery of an old unmanned spaceship nearby, the students must stay strong, manage their limited resources, and remain united in the darkness of space, so that all of them can survive their long and likely precious trek back home toward the Astra. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Did you watch the PV for this one?
I did, yeah.
Isn't
It's
it like
it's really
super intense
Yeah.
and cool looking?
Yeah.
Yeah, bit, yeah. I remember watching it a while back. I think me and Craig were on the train together, and we were talking about summer anime, and I think he told me the PV was out, so I watched it.
Yep.
But, yeah, I heard about the manga, like, a while ago through Twitter. I think someone was like, oh, it's getting an anime, yada, this manga's good, you should all keep an eye out for the anime. And I was like, oh, that looks neat. Also, that girl is really cute, and it takes place in space. That sounds like something I might like. So, I was, like, considering reading the manga for a little while, because it's relatively short. It's only, like, a few volumes.
Yeah, like 5 or something like that.
Yeah, this anime is coming up, so I was like, I'll just watch that, I guess. I don't know anything else about it, besides...
We'll see.
It's made by the Sket Dance guy.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, sorry. You cut out for me.
It also means that you've got double space because also Star Twinkle Precure, right?
Yeah!
Double space all the way across the sky.
I don't know that song, but you sang it beautifully.
It's the double rainbow all the way across the sky song.
I'm so out of my meme game right now.
It was a meme when we were in high school, I think.
Damn.
Please tell me I'm
High
not
school?
the only...
No.
No,
Not
don't.
high school.
Oh,
like college.
Like early
Yeah.
college. Something like that. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I'm old.
We are all old.
I
Anyway,
remember.
my turn.
Speaking of memes, we've got our meme lord, Cassie.
Double rainbow.
Well, speaking
back
of
when Borderlands
memes, we
2
have
came out.
Craig's number 1 pick of the season, Dr. 420. Also
Wait.
known as Dr. Stone.
Oh,
That was
oh,
that
okay,
was awful, honey.
okay. I was like, does he is like Senku a meme already? What did they do to the fucking?
No, Cassie just has weed on the mind because she's gonna get baked after this.
I was just about to say, can we watch Dr. Stone while we're stoned,
Yes, we can.
please?
I think it might even be better that way.
Hell yeah.
Is the second episode out yet?
Yeah,
Anyway.
they dropped the same day as Fire Force,
Okay,
which is
we'll
today.
watch all the other anime first, and then when we're starting to feel something, we'll watch Dr. Stone. Anyway, let's talk about Dr. Stone. One fateful day, all of humanity, one fateful day, all of humanity was petrified by a blinding flash of light. After several millennia, high schooler Taiju awakens and finds himself in a world of statues. However, he's not alone. His science-loving friend, which is an understatement, Senku's been up and running for a few months, and he's got a grand plan in mind. To kickstart civilization with the power of science and weed.
Is it really?
There's no
No,
weed.
science.
There's
There's
no
no
weed.
weed in this. There's no weed in this show.
but
Everyone is
there-
just a stone.
No, but there is alcohol. Okay.
There is alcohol.
There's
They-
a lot of
yeah,
alcohol, actually.
They made
Don't
wine.
ruin it! Don't ruin it!
I
No.
feel like, I swear, in some promotional art, I swear the dude was holding a bong. Like, I'm not lying. So
No, it's just a thing that they use when they're... You'll
making
see.
chemicals.
Okay. Okay.
You'll see
Cool.
later. It's cool. But yeah, Craig, how excited are you?
So admittedly, it was between this and Vinland Saga, and I honestly figured if I put Dr. Stone as my number 1, it would be safe, and I didn't know how high other people had this show in their lists. But I was relatively excited considering I only read like the first chapter of this manga, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I was like, yo, it's getting an anime. And then it's got a lot of hype and ads and stuff like that. I'm like, I want to see the science nerd like restart the civilization with the power of science.
I hate his hair.
It's weird
Wait, what?
looking. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hate his hair.
Oh yeah, it's really weird. This is so. For full transparency, me, Cass, and Dom watched the first episode, and since then there have been kind of like a myriad of opinions about this. I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. It apparently has done stuff different from the manga, and the anime apparently is not up to par in comparison to the manga art. So
I liked it.
yeah, I mean,
I liked parts of the first episode, specifically the very enthusiastic, stupid character, because those are always my favorite ones.
I think because at the time we watched both this and Fire Force, I think after like letting it sit for more, I think I kind of took a shine more to this just because it like actually surprised me. I think going into Fire Force, I kind of knew exactly what I was gonna get.
yeah.
Whereas with this, it was kind of like, oh, this is an interesting premise. I don't know where this is gonna go. I have like this is different for a shonen at least. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
very
So
different.
I think the art is a little weird. I don't like how the girl looks.
Yeah,
Like, she has this like really weird, like kind of almost like
baby face.
90s like baby face to her. It's really weird.
Yeah,
And like Cassie said, the main character's hair is really stupid.
It's just
I wish it didn't look like that.
it's just colored weird, and it looks weird animated. It looks very
Yeah.
stiff.
It's like
but like I was
somebody
intrigued.
like-
I was intrigued watching it.
It's like somebody was like, what is the pinnacle of anime design? And then they looked at their manga shelf and was like, I remember reading Yu-Gi-Oh! A few years ago.
Oh my
And then we're like,
God.
I'll just base my character design around this dude. And
Um,
then
Oh,
only
shit.
worse.
I do remember seeing
I
pictures
mean,
of the main
same
character and
serialization.
thinking he looked like a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
He really does.
I will well, not to draw this out any further, but I definitely like the designs of the faces. And they do introduce a question, or like it raised a question in my mind's eye, which I will like ask Dom and Cass and Cammy later. But it deals with the premise of the petrification, and I'm like, huh. That's really interesting. I wonder how that necessarily works.
I have a really bad Twitter post I could share that has to do with that. I don't know if I should.
I kind of want to see it.
Well, I could just tell you what it says.
Okay, what does it say?
Basically, a friend of mine was like, "Man, I wonder what it would be like to be, get turned to stone while you're like blowing someone."
Oh my god.
but
he's like, "Wouldn't that be awful?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I imagine if you like dick that much, getting turned to stone with one in your mouth might not be that bad."
But the thing is, oh god, okay.
Okay, I blanked out. How did we get here?
Because
I did this. This is my fault.
It's not me. It wasn't me.
Or me.
It wasn't
no,
you.
we're not the ones with our minds in the gutter right now.
No.
No, my mind is not in the gutter. It's just something I saw.
Dom, you're very pure. Don't worry about it. It's your friend.
I'm super pure. I'm the most pure.
It's your friend who's the sinner here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend is a total sinner.
Yeah, you're also not the only one that thinks along those lines. This wasn't me, this was a post I came across on Twitter. Similar thoughts, but along the lines of Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't get it. Somebody explain it to
Don't
me.
worry. Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about
I
it.
don't feel so good. Maybe it's my guess.
Don't worry about it, honey.
Okay, somebody can explain it to me later. Anyway, we all have our picks for the season. Woo!
Except for
No,
Cammy.
we didn't.
Except for
didn't
Cam.
do-
Not like I don't have any idea what it might be.
Oh, it's not like you said you would stab people, like stab a bitch if you didn't get the shit.
I didn't even put it on my list.
I put this really low on my list
Same.
just as fodder.
Same.
Because I knew I wasn't gonna get it,
And I
Cassie
looked at
was
him
like,
and was like,
"Cammy's
how
gonna
dare
murder you."
I was like, how dare you even put this on your list? How
This was
dare
on my
you
list
even
to
write the
say-
words?
If it's what I'm thinking, it's on my list, but it was very low. It's like,
Mm,
I want
How
to
dare
see this.
either of you?
but-
I was the only one on your side.
It was
I
for
put
me.
it
It
on
was
my
like
list
in
to
the
say
bottom.
I'm gonna watch it.
bottom
Yeah,
but
it
half.
was
I
at
put it
the bottom. I knew I
so
wasn't
that-
gonna get
Doesn't
it.
matter.
exactly.
You shouldn't have even tempted fate.
Oh my god.
Alright.
So
You're
if
ridiculous.
if it hasn't been evidently clear, Cammy's number one anime of the summer anime 2019 season is her boy Lord El Malloy. The second Case Files. Rail Zeppelin Grace Note. I don't know the Japanese of that, and thank you, Cass, for not throwing that in there because
Yeah.
that's a mouthful too. The synopsis goes as such: when Cammy's boy Lord El Malloy, the latter Waver Velvet, gets asked to claim his inheritance over Adra Castle. He travels there with his apprentice Gray to do so, but they are not the only ones called that way. The will of the previous owner states that the assembled contestants, including... Oh, great, here we go.
Have fun.
Luvia Edelfelt must compete in a game of wits to win the castle. Cool.
So it's interesting that they brought that up. So this is based on a series of light novels,
Yes.
and I guess they're focusing specifically on Volume 4. And the first episode of this show, because of course I watched it the second it dropped, because this is the closest I'm ever going to know of the joy of having a child, okay? We're just gonna you know, having a child and watching them grow up. That's what this show is for me. Anyway, yeah, it's, the first episode did an interesting little catch-up in between the end of Fate Zero to get us to where we are now, because it's about 10 years that have passed since, things took place in Fate Zero.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really hyped. I will keep it low-key. I love it. I really enjoyed the first episode, and I'm excited to watch more and talk about it. Yes.
I'm really
That-
low-key, she says, after comparing it to the beauty of childbirth and watching your child grow into a gigantic human person.
Listen.
I had to be
I
honest.
don't know. I
Had
don't
to
know
be
if she
honest.
mentioned childbirth
Yeah, no.
specifically. just actually having a child.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
The pain of seeing that bridge scene 3 times over
know
was
what?
probably the equivalency of childbirth for her.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know
Yes.
what scene we're talking about.
It's
I have
okay.
no idea either.
It's alright.
But the point
one
is,
with the
Candace's
Skandar.
happy, and I'm the only one who didn't forsake her.
Thank you, Cassie.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ.
So now we all have our picks, right?
We're done.
Yeah.
We did it.
How's our picks?
I guess I just thought yours was assumed.
We all knew.
Dudes, we did this all in an hour. Congratulations.
Woo!
Yeah.
And now we're gonna actually sit down and watch a good deal of this anime, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Alright. Wanna take us out of here?
No.
Oh.
We're staying here forever.
Oh.
But I have work.
You're all my prisoners now.
Oh no.
This
This
is
an
my
abuse of
swamp.
power.
No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, that is our picks for the summer 2019 season. We'll be doing the impressions soon-ish. I don't know
Few weeks.
the exact schedule. Few weeks, yeah. I don't know. Whenever we fucking feel like it. So you can contact us on our social links. We have a Twitter, twitter.com/AnnieChatbox. Sometimes I post things there. Not very often because I'm lazy. But, and also because people don't tell me when things are up, so I don't know when things are up, so I forget. And then things don't get posted.
What?
So blame everybody else. Don't
Especially
blame me.
Craig.
Why do you hate...
Yeah, blame Craig.
Okay.
Blame Craig. It's all Craig's fault.
All right, you know what? Break the illusion. 118 episodes in. 100 episodes in. Subscribe to the fucking RSS feed.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Zip it.
I don't need your fucking sass.
Zip it.
Zip it good.
Are you
Zip it
trying
good.
to do an Austin Powers right now?
No.
You must zip it.
Are you doing an Austin Powers right now? Is that what's going
You
on?
must zip it. Zip
I
it.
don't know what's going on.
Zip it good.
Am I Seth Green in this instance right now? Is that what's going on?
So, next we have our email. You can send us a message.
Cassie's broken.
You can send us an email at anniechatmail@gmail.com.
Why do I show up?
Actually, we forgot to read
We have an
Suki's
email?
email.
Oh,
We're saving that.
Oh, right.
I thought we were gonna read it this time because we were talking about the Doga Kobo anime.
It's too late now. I'm
Read
saving
it!
What?
Read it.
Read it.
Read it. Give it to me and I will read it.
The email states Doga.
No, give it to me and I will read it.
God.
Oh my god! I just want to go and be high.
No.
No. Give it to me and I will read it.
Literally go to the fucking serious business chat. Scroll up.
Oh my god.
Too much effort.
Oh my god. Okay. So, the email is from Suki to the anniechatmail@gmail.com. The comment is, Doga Kobo is good. You are all just too moral. Followed with an image she made of that one kid sitting by the fucking projector in his classroom making a presentation or whatever.
Yeah.
And it says exactly what that just says. Doga Kobo is good. You guys are just too immoral.
This email will reappear at a later date because I had a topic attached to it that I was hoping to save for another episode.
We will revisit
it'll have
this.
to appear on another episode now as well, but thank you, Suki, for that email.
Yeah, thank you, Suki.
We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
You're wrong.
And
You're wrong, but thank you, Suki.
Are you saying we're not moral?
Huh?
You're saying
I'm moral. I'm moral. You guys aren't.
I'm moral as well.
No, Craig is not moral.
What are you
talking about?
Okay, what do you mean, what am I talking about?
I'll discuss it at a later time.
Yeah, and so that's our email. You can send us fan mail, and we will read it on the podcast, sometimes by force. And it'll be fun.
Yeah.
You can also find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Those are all the things that we are on. If for some reason you are watching, I don't know why I keep saying watching. We're not a television program. If you are listening to us on any of those things and you're like, damn, you know what? I really wish I could listen to this on something else. Then those are your options. There you go. Actually, we're also on Patreon. If you want to be super good and donate to our Patreon, you can listen to things early and do it on Patreon.
Ooh.
You know, if that's how you like to listen to shit, I don't know. Speaking of our patrons, shoutouts to Sarah, CorpsyAnn, Carol, Suki, Paul, and Trouble Clef, our newest patron.
Yay!
Woo.
In addition, if you like hearing Craig sometimes, he's not always on it, but he's there most of the time. He is also on another podcast called Save Our Progress.
Yeah.
They talk about a variety of shit. Generally, like anime and movies and video games, because they're fucking nerds.
Damn. It's so mean.
I guess Cassie's gonna be on it soon because they have to talk about anime, and they got the trash anime god to be on it. So
Also, stay tuned
Yeah.
for anime movie night. I think Cammy's gonna be in that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cammy's gonna be on another episode. So you've got a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
I think they're like there's, as Cassie put it, they're our sister podcast. You know. So yeah, go give them a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I had to fucking say.
All
There's-
hail the trash anime god.
There is no
All
God.
hail.
There is no God. God has
There is
forsaken
no
us.
God.
Who would be trash
Listen to
anime
me,
Jesus?
everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.